Hi, I just want to take the time to introduce you to me, Nubia, and introduce you to my channel, which is called Everything Nubia. I'm going to talk about my life, my jewelry line, the clothing that I wear, just everything in general about me. Now, I know you guys are wondering what's going on with my hair, right? I decided to go bald like a year ago after I had a staph infection in my scalp. It was horrible. Like I couldn't sleep. To have a scalp ache is something else. So, I thought good and long about it. I had to shave my head just to figure out, everything that was going on and properly treat it. But after that, I noticed, I think I like how I look bald. Even though this is not my first time being bald, after having chemo and losing my hair, this is just something that I thought I should try and keep it up because I thought I looked, pretty nice with it. And plus, I just want to advertise you don't have to have hair, to be beautiful and to feel good about yourself. That's the one thing we always base everything on. I know when I first lost my hair, when I was sick, I was so sad. Like I was saying, I was so sad that I was losing my hair because it was all nice and curly. I finally got it the way I wanted it to. And to lose it, it just hurt. But you got to realize sometimes you just go through things. Whether, you don't like it, you still get through it. On a positive note, you got to think about it. We all go through things, good and bad. Sometimes more bad than good. When I first got diagnosed, I wasn't like really down about it, maybe because it really didn't hit me. But when my father went through it, he survived it. So that was the main thing I thought about, that I was going to survive it and I was going to get through it, especially for my, my family. I got a daughter, now she's 14, but at the time she was like 6 years old. So it was very hard for her. It's still hard for her to even talk about it to this day. You'll be surprised just how strong you are when you have no choice to be strong. The first time I was hospitalized, going through treatment, it was scary because I'm like, what do I do? And I'm really sick. But like I said, I made it through. Okay, the cancer that I had was lymphoma, but I had a rare form of it, which was called lymphocyte predominant lymphoma, and I was in stage 3. And what's funny is I didn't have any symptoms. The only reason why I found out I had cancer is because I injured my back, and I had to get an MRI, and they saw something on my ovary. So the first thing they think of, I had ovarian cancer, and so I went through all these screenings. Turns out that's what it wasn't that, because I had it in 2 other areas, and it wasn't just on my ovaries. I had it in my stomach and in my throat. What was the hardest was just trying to like grasp it, and I was like feeling like I was at my healthiest. I had a better paying job. I was walking and, I was just feeling better. I was losing weight, not knowing the whole time I was sick. So all the tests that I went through like from the summertime until like Christmas. And that's when I found out, which cancer I had, because they knew I had cancer. They just couldn't figure out which one. So when they finally did, we went through our plan of treatment in January of, 2013. No, 2014, because I got treatment in 2015. So I started my treatment, which didn't go too well, in January, which I didn't know, like, you're supposed to get a port. So I had a port, it got infected. and I had to get like emergency surgery to get it removed. So that was horrible. Like when you first start your treatment, you have to get Benadryl so you won't have an allergic reaction. And I instantly started having an allergic reaction, shaking, all of that. So they stopped the chemo then and there when they found out exactly what was going on because I had a staph infection in my chest. So they stopped it, sent me to emergency surgery. And the thing about when you have an infection like that, okay, when you have an infection like that, you feel everything. You feel every cut, all of that. And I was just trying to figure out why the doctor wouldn't put me to sleep. Like, it was torturing. And that's one thing that I can't get out of my head. Even though I know that they had to do it, it was hard. It sucked. That's all I had to say. And think about getting one removed, that means I have to get another one. At first they were like, she's not going to do it. But I knew I needed it because chemo damages your veins. And you already have sensitivity when you're going through it. So now I'm left with these lovely scars. Infected port, the normal port that healed correctly. Yeah, I had an open wound for some months. Because when it's infected, that's funny. I lost all body hair but my eyebrows. Like I had eyebrows, I didn't have no eyelashes, no none of that. Nothing down there, no hair on my arms, legs, all that's gone. I mean, sometimes that's kind of good, but at least I still had my eyebrows, but they were getting pretty thin too. It's just funny to me because I couldn't imagine myself with no eyebrows at all. But it's okay. I still had a little bit. I think what helped me out a lot when I was going through this is that I always smiled. And sometimes people don't understand that. They think you're supposed to be so unhappy. But that's probably why a lot of family members didn't do much, because they thought that because I smiled all the time that I wasn't going through much. And what they didn't know, I was going through a lot mentally. It's just feeling alone, feeling like, I don't want to hurt my daughter. I don't want to hurt my mom. I don't want them going through this. Even my brother, he still can't talk to us to this day. It's still hard for him. But he's like, you're not sick anymore. But I was like, I still have things going on. It's still a stigma around it. Now I'm disabled because I still have issues like my back. I don't have that much energy. I can't walk like I used to. Now I have asthma. Never had asthma. So I'm having issues with breathing. I know you was wondering what I was looking at. My daughter was trying to steal my pop on the sly, but it's okay. I just told her to get a whole one. I don't know why she want to steal mine. But anyway, you still got life, even if you're trying to record a video. But yeah, it's still, for me, it's easy to talk about because it's over with. But I still had them thoughts about, what happened to me. I can't ever, stop thinking about it. Especially when you almost die twice. It's a lot to think about. I mean, I could say that with a smile because it's not just 2 times. When I was younger, I had breathing issues where my adenoids was too big, so it was blocking off my breathing. And my doctor was like, at any point you could have died in your sleep. I always think about God has put me here for a reason, and he continues to keep me here because I could have been gone when I was 12 years old. Think about that. That's why I continue to do what I do. I continue to live. I continue to thrive. Help people when I can. I always feel like this is one thing you should have in your mindset. That you have to do at least one good deed a week. no matter what it is. It could be for your child, it could be for some random person, it can just be just something good. That's what I'm gonna leave you with today. Once a week, do a good deed. I'm telling you, it'll make you feel better. My deed this week was I found a sale on toilet paper. I bought like 6 packs. And I saw this woman, she looked like she could have needed it. So I gave it to her. And she said, "Oh, thank you. You almost made me cry." And then I walked away, but I heard her saying, "I live alone. And sometimes it's hard for me to get certain things." So I'm telling you, it means a lot. I hope you enjoyed our little talk. Of course, this is only part 1. There's more. I got a lot to talk about. So, hope you enjoyed it and hope you subscribe and like my channel. Have a great one. Bye.